Good evening, my name is Russell, and for my screencast assignment I will be talking about sdreefs.com as my favorite website to visit. I begin by looking at the website and logging in the top right corner. My information is already saved, so it automatically logs me into my browser. For starters, I look at the free giveaway section and I try to find anything that could be of use for my aquarium hobby. Most of the time it's just not very expensive stuff that people are trying to get rid of, but it's not worth throwing away because it's still usable. Sometimes you'll find colonies of coral here, as you can see, or you're just going to find some equipment that you could also use, like some wavemaker pumps or some sump and stands. There's going to be a lot of strange aquarium hobby lingo on this website, so it's best to well verse yourself in the terms used in the hobby. After the free section giveaway, I usually check out the livestock of what people are selling, and here you'll usually see people selling colonies or fragments of coral that are usually grown in people's tanks, or some fish that people are no longer able to keep. So you usually just go around and find something that catches your eye. So say I want to start a new tank and wanted a pair of clownfish. I would be interested in this, and this is where someone would list the information about it. Sometimes they'll name the location, and people tend to private message the original poster to find out more about the deal. After the livestock, if you don't find any corals or fish you like, there is something called the collector's corner that is reserved for more higher end and expensive livestock. Basically right here it says Coral Snobs, high-end corals only. So basically in the hobby there are regular corals, and then some corals are more sought after than others. So that's why people post them here. An example of this would be the hallucination zoanthids. A lot of these corals have strange names. They're kind of designer in a sense, where one certain strain will grow and propagate and command a high price. So one single polyp goes for $80, and these polyps aren't very large, but they aren't very common in the hobby, so that's what makes people want them even more. And here you have people making options or making offers and just trying to figure out if they're willing to trade or try to reserve themselves a coral. After I check out the coral collection, I check out equipment to find if there's anything else I'm able to use for my tank that I could get at a good deal versus buying it new. I always try to check out this section first before buying something new for my tank. Also, if you ever plan on buying a new tank or setting up a new system, there are a lot of people shutting down tanks, and they are willing to let them go at a very reasonable price. So if you know anyone trying to get into the aquarium hobby, this is where I would decide to look first. After I'm finished looking through the equipment, I just try to breeze through everything else, see if there's anything that catches my eye in the latest post over here, as well as the current threads that are currently being talked about at the far right hand side of the website. If I'm ever in need of something and I don't see anything posted, anything for sale in livestock or in the equipment, there's always a wanted section, and you could post here about something you wanted for livestock. You would usually post what you're looking for and where you're located, as well as the same thing goes for the equipment section right over here. And making a post is very easy. There's certain lingo that you want to become familiar with, as I said earlier. So all you have to do is post to a new thread. and you'd want to title it. Or first you'd want to do a prefix, so you want something wanted, found, or solved. So I'm still looking for something, so I'm wanting a protein skimmer for my new tank. So I will just put in search of, for the abbreviation of it, in search of protein skimmer for 40-gallon tank. And there I would place my location, and maybe there's a certain brand I'm looking for, so I'd place the brands like eShops or Tunzi. And you could really go in any direction that you want with this. You could be as detailed as you want, or you could leave it as broad as you want. I'm not going to post this, so I'm just going to back out. If you are looking to sell something up here, there's different abbreviations for the prefixes. So here are basically all of them: for sale South Bay, for sale North County, for sale Escondido, sold. You would mark your thread like your forum posting sold after you'd sold it, so the moderators know to delete it. FCFS stands for first come first served, and then you could always just tag your forum post with whatever you need necessary. And here you would just apply the same thing I showed earlier, which is all the information you wanted to post about it, and users will usually send you a private message, as it's common courtesy on the forums to discuss transactions in private messages instead of over the forum. That's basically all I do on this website for SD Reefs. I really enjoy it for helping me get started with my aquarium hobby. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Thank you.